Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Hello, welcome to my video. Today I will be talking about the French Revolution, presented by me. The revolution begins between 1787 and 1789. Stage 1, the Bourgeois Revolution, starts from 1789 to 1791. Who were the Bourgeois? They were the middle class of France, such as merchants, lawyers, bankers, teachers, and doctors, educated and influenced by Enlightenment ideas, or basically like that. Liberty, equality, and democracy. They were fairly untreated under the estate system, which included three estates. They paid taxes but had no political powers against their rule, which basically the Bourgeois had no justice. Here are the events of Stage 1. At May 8, 1789, a States General meeting called by King Louis XV1, which is also called the 16th. During the state broke away. They wanted their own justice, and so they formed their own natural assembly at a tennis stage. Tennis court oath swore not to separate until France had a constitution. At 14 July 1789, the storming of the Bastille, symbol of monarchy's tyranny. At August 1789, Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen guaranteed equality and freedom. Here are the outcomes of Stage 1. Now, I thought the Stage 1 were not that good because they had abolished privileges of nobles and clergy and created constitutional monarchy at 791, but the king still ruled with limited powers. Though this was the advantage for the third state and the second state. Bourgeois achieves political influence. Stage 2. The Revolution of the Sans-Culottes, 1792 till 1794. Who were the Sans-Culottes? They were the urban working class of Paris, women who would basically dress in sands of the clothes, and they would work in factories, and often got low wages and payments. They often included small shoekeepers, artisans, and poor workers. They wore long trousers, sans-culottes, a symbol of being common people. Demands cheaper bread and fair wages, and the end of monarchy completely, greater social and economic equality. Here are the events of Stage 2. At 1792, monarchy abolished and France declared a republic, which was not bad at all. At 1793, execution of King Louis XVI and Mary Antoinette. The reasons were that Mary Antoinette was spending money on luxurious stuff, and has left all the poor people to suffer. And the execution of King Louis because of his unfair ruling and trying to escape from France at the date of 1785. Committee of the Public Safety formed but led by Robespierre. The Reign of Terror, 1793 to 1794. Thousands executed by the guillotine, including nobles, clergy, and moderates. Here are the outcomes of Stage 2. Monarchy has ended permanently. Sans-culottes gained temporary power and lived under fear. In 1794, Robespierre was executed, and the terror ended. Showed power of ordinary people, but also dangers with extreme violence. The king's execution and reactions. Date 21 January 1793. The location was at Place de la Révolution, Paris. Method was used by the guillotine. The very terror place where many thousands or 10,000s of people were killed. The king's final words, he was tried to speak, but grown walls drowned him out. He was executed in front of a large crowd. Supporters of the revolution, they saw it as justice and equality. Royalists and moderates, horrified, saw it excessive and radical, divided between French society even further, strengthened the radical Jacobins. The significant conclusion, the terror, the Jacobins take power. 1. Marked the end of the monarchy in France forever, symbolized the triumph of the Republic over the old reign, and accelerated the revolution, paved way for the Reign of Terror, 1793 to 1794, showed that the sovereignty lay with the people, not kings. 2. The execution of Louis XVI was a historic break with the monarchy and a warning to the enemies of the revolution, the turning point that led to both democratic progress and violent radicalism. 0.3. The background. After Louis XVI's execution, Jan 1793, France faced foreign wars between Austria, Russia, Britain, and Spain. Internal revolts such as Vendee Rebellion, food shortages, and economic crisis. Revolution was under threat. It needed to defend at all costs. Radical Jacobins, led by Robespierre, Danton, and Marx, dominated the National Convention, created the Committee of the Public Safety (CPS) 1783 to safeguard the resolution, introduced emergency laws giving them sweeping powers. Thank you very much. I hope you understood everything I said. But do not worry. Who would save France? Since the king was dead, who would have a much bigger impact on France? Well, stay tuned to look at part 2, where I will explain everything about it. Thank you.
Free audio post production by alphonic.com.